So do you think they did Ozzy justice at the VMAs? Did you see it?
I did. And I thought it was good. I mean, if not really good. I mean, you got a young generation singer in Yungblud, Aerosmith, Nuno Bettencourt, who's amazing.
Who actually played at that final show.
Played at the final show. It's just, I think, I'm going to say, in short, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty well done. It was, although I was a little, I guess I was surprised at the song choice. Of course, they had to play Crazy Train.
Of course.
And Mama, I'm Coming Home. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of a classic tune, and it fits really well.
Yeah.
The Changes one threw me a little bit. Like, why of all the other tunes that they would pick for Ozzy, why would you pick that one?
Because I think
I don't know.
Solo
his catalog
stuff
is so there's so many, in my opinion, for me, there's so much more stuff that represents him better than that song, at least in my opinion.
But I think somebody maybe thought, hey, he's leaving this world, changing to the netherworld or whatever you guys believe or want to believe, the next phase. I think, we're not the ones behind the scenes picking the songs or whatever. Maybe Yungblud and Aerosmith had something to say about it.
What do you think about that selection, having those two?
I think it's good. I think, and you got Extreme, right? Kind of Nuno up there. So you got basically 70s, 80s, and now all kind of represented. And you look at the fans in the audience, they weren't our age. You're at the VMAs. So I think it's it just shows that Ozzy's influence is beyond generations. And B, I think it's, carrying that, showing that his influence is that much forward, or trying to collect my thoughts here.
His influence definitely crosses generations.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Just the song Crazy Train, we've talked about this before. It's one of those unusual songs that everybody in the world has heard before.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And I think, Nuno, I'm thinking MTV. MTV the week prior were playing only videos prior to the VMAs, Video Music Awards. Dude, I remember back in the day, VMAs was almost like, they were such a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
That it was almost like a holiday. Like, to see people live and on one stage, just kind of every performer doing their thing. That was awesome TV. I remember, I think I was driving cross country once, and I'm like, have to stop and get a hotel tonight because the hotel will have...
No kidding.
Yeah, I stopped to watch the VMAs live. Because, every hotel had MTV, right? Had cable.
Of course.
Right? You had to. I want my MTV, man. So, for them to be at the VMAs... I mean, the VMAs aren't what they once were, but still. It's cool.
Yeah, and it was especially because we'd recently seen some things about Aerosmith deciding that they probably wouldn't be touring anymore.
It makes it that much more special.
And to sit there and see Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, seeing those two guys together is just anyway.
It's magical.
There's something about those two guys that's just pretty awesome.
I'll tell you what's awesome. They command the stage, and their presence on the stage. Yungblud brought energy, and his whole beginning and the Crazy Train yell at the
because he's kind of out in the crowd and he yells, "All aboard!"
Yeah, and that was cool. But you get the swagger that Steven Tyler has, who, by the way, did not cut his hair. That was AI, right? We were talking about that.
In some other video. I'm not sure he put that video out yet. Anyway, yeah. AI,
all right, messing with you. But Steven Tyler and Joe Perry have on-stage swagger that is unparalleled. That's what makes it cool.
Yeah, and how old is Steven Tyler? He's almost 80, and look at that guy.
Right?
He is still awesome.
There's
I don't
something
know what
to be
it is
said
about
about
that dude.
Just radiates cool. The way he holds the mic stand and the way he does his stuff, it's just cool.
Yeah. And it's interesting seeing those two together, the old, the young.
Yep.
You know, you throw Perry in there. You got Nuno in the back, and
I think so. I'm going back. I'm saying yes, they did Ozzy justice in a nice tribute. I think it's a tip of the hat to MTV because they didn't have to do it. They chose to do it.
Yeah.
So the programmers, the people, at MTV, good job.
Yeah, and it makes sense. Ozzy was such a big deal back when MTV was hot.
For sure.
That it only made sense.
Dude, we talked about when he did the duet with Lita Ford.
Yep.
That thing was on high rotation.
Yeah, it was.
Close my eyes forever.
What a cool tune, man.
Right?
It was a great tune.
That would have been cool
tone.
Maybe to have
Yeah,
Lita.
see, this is what I mean. There when
Maybe
you
she
look
had
at
prior engagements.
all the different things that they could have played from Ozzy, that one song threw me. I don't know, whatever you guys, I actually want to hear what you guys think about that.
That's why we do this,
The one
right?
in the middle changes, just kind of like, Hey, we want to hear from you. And what I mean by that is we really, really want to hear from you. Down in the first comment below and in the show notes, there is a link where you can literally go sign up for 15 minutes to actually give me a call. And what I want to hear from you is, number one, I want to hear the 3 videos that we have made that you liked the most. Number 2, I want to hear the topics that you want us to do or that you enjoy the most. We'll have a quick meeting, go through those, and then anything else you want to chat about. We got 15 minutes. There's a link down below. So sign up for one of those slots, and we're looking forward to talking to you. But whatever. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. And by the way, if you're not following the channel, please, this would be a great time right now to go hit that follow button and like this video as well. But anyway, it was a fascinating thing. Here we are. We're still just only less than 2 months away from Ozzy passing away.
Yep.
All the impact, and then all the impact it had on our channel, all the stuff that we went through, and then now to see this moment where they come together and they have this big kind of tribute to Ozzy at the VMAs. We thought, you know what, we needed to just spend a second talking about this because it was kind of a big deal that happened.
It was. So, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so, do you have a Moon Man? I don't have a Moon Man.
I know. Do you remember that the thing on the moon, and then it would change colors and stuff, and that was pretty awesome. Yes, that's right.
And they'd have the music playing all the time, dude. MTV was awesome. Yeah. I mean, everybody who was anybody wanted to be on MTV, and it made and broke a lot of careers, because if you weren't, now all of a sudden you can be a great artist, but if you weren't good on camera or photogenic,
I know, it was incredible,
right?
How that format of music videos,
because they've been out for years.
I was going to say, it wasn't like music videos didn't exist,
right?
People had been making them for a long time. It's just that all of a sudden now here's a place where we're just going to play them. That's what we're going to do all the time. And it became such an important thing. And because there was only one of them, getting your song in there somewhere, in some sort of rotation, was everything.
We talked about how in the 80s, right, you had Slaughter and good-looking bands were like, Poison, just having fun, that was on high rotation.
Yep.
Right? Mixed in with Rico.
Suave. Although that was in the 90s, wasn't it? Early 90s. But still, it was...
Yeah. But still, that was still going on. But you have
things like Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue.
That was a great video.
And that was the kind of thing where you'd have a band like Motley Crue, and you take that song, you make that video, and now instead of just being kind of a, marginalized heavy metal band, they are now this behemoth.
Transcends everything.
Yes, exactly.
Because MTV's influence was by the time Home Sweet Home came out, everybody's living room had MTV. Everybody had cable at the time, and it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, game changer. Without a doubt. I mean, I was at a bar, or there were bars that would go, and you'd have no sound because everybody's, listening to the band or whatever, but they'd have, sports bars or whatever, have TVs and sports. There were some that had just music videos playing all the time, and I'd remember just being like, that is cool. And my house was going to have that, and I don't.
How old were you when you got MTV?
It's definitely, my parents were kind of late to the game as far as getting cable TV, and somebody came in and offered us, a
you
box.
Too. How old were you when you got it?
Got the cable box on top of your 20-inch, tube-in TV, and I'm going to say 15, 16 maybe.
When I got it? Never. The first time I got MTV officially was just when we were in college, and they had it like in the basement something.
Part of the package.
Yeah, it was so funny because my dad was actually pretty on top of things. I mean, we had a VCR before anybody I knew had a VCR. We had a microwave before anybody I knew had a microwave. But for some reason, my dad, I think it was him, was just like, we're not doing that cable thing. For those of us that love this classic media, I think most of us remember these things, audio and videotapes. And I recently realized that a lot of the viewers of this channel don't realize that behind this channel, there's a company called the Audio Mover Digitizing Studio. And for 25 years, we've been digitizing old media like this for individuals and organizations across the United States and Canada. So if you have any old audio or videotapes you need preserved, we can help. And for anybody watching this video today, we're offering a 15% discount on any Audio Mover digitizing service. Just use the discount code on the screen. So visit audiomover.com today to learn more and get an order started.
Yeah.
We just never did.
Yeah, I don't have cable now. It's all, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Today you stream everything. But
yeah. So I would have to go to friends' houses to see music videos, which I did. A lot. Yeah. And because we would go to...
Thank you, Kurt.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we would go to... Because, back in those days, you would go to people's houses just to sit and listen to records. You remember that. We used to do that kind of thing all the time.
Yeah.
And then it kind of graduated
we did that in the dorms. Come on over.
That's
Let me
right.
play you something.
But then it did graduate to MTV.
Right.
Where you'd go over to somebody's house and you'd just pop it on and you'd hang out and watch music videos.
And the influence, like, dude, if you were the program manager, and that's what made Headbangers Ball kind of cool, because all of a sudden MTV wasn't going to play the mainstream. They had their mainstream, high rotation, high demand. Yep. You had your Madonnas and your Michael Jacksons and people that were in, all day long. And then you had, David Lee Roth making fun of Michael Jackson Culture Club. And things were kind of getting in, but then you had, remember, 120 Minutes? It was
it was alternative music.
That was cool.
I loved 120 Minutes.
And then Headbangers Ball was like, oh, yeah. And you'd have all the hair bands kind of out there promoting their stuff or doing, I remember Kiss did like a Kissmas or, holiday special or, I don't know. They had all sorts of wacky marketing things, but super cool. And love MTV. If you guys loved MTV, you got to...
Yeah.
I'm giving them props. Not that I have stake in the game, because that, and when they went to the reality shows and all that crap. Dude, what? It's music television. Why are you showing shows and Big Brother and all? What was that?
And maybe somebody's already done this, but I would love to see some sort of a documentary where they explain those decisions. Great. Understanding what the programming decisions were. There had to be dollars and cents behind it. You don't make decisions like that for no reason.
How can you be music television and music television 2?
Yeah.
And then you had VH1, but still.
Yeah, it was. I think it's perplexed a lot of people for years.
That fires me up because in case you haven't noticed, I am passionate. I love my MTV. And somewhere down and below, I must still love it. Because just the fact that when they changed the programming, I'm like ready to throw the table and just... Anyway. On that note, did you like the Ozzy tribute?
Yeah, what'd you think of the song selection? What'd you think of the musician selection too? That'd be really interesting to hear what you guys have to say about that. Please, if you're not already following the channel, of course, please follow the channel and like the video. We love getting your comments. And with that, have yourself a fantastic day.